that in hip hop, covering hip hop culture for over 13 years. You know what it is, man. Today we're talking about the outrage with the Super Bowl selection that Jay-Z had with selecting Kendrick Lamar over Lil Wayne. Is it right? Is it wrong? We're going to get into it. All right, the Super Bowl outrage, guys. Obviously, Jay-Z has the final say when it comes to the Super Bowl performances. Shout out to Jay-Z. And he decided to go with Kendrick Lamar over other artists that are from Louisiana. And it seems like the internet is going nuts.
Bruh, this is crazy, man. I've never seen anything like this in my life. And I did some researching, too. You know how many Super Bowls has been held and nobody is from their hometown has performed at the city that is in? Rihanna was in the one in Arizona. Like, stop it, y'all. Like, I don't understand. And it's been in New Orleans before. I don't understand.
10 times.
Bruh, it's about to be 11. This 2025. It's about to be tied with Miami. I got it down. It's about to be tied with Miami for a city that held the Super Bowl the most, bruh. It's insane how people are so up in arms over this, not knowing that Wayne's performance haven't been top tier. Like, if anything, it should have been maybe an uproar back in 2013, last time when it was held in New Orleans, and you know Wayne was still kind of somewhat way super duper popular then, and he didn't perform. There wasn't nobody up in arms about Hot Boys reunion at the Super Bowl or whatever. Like, why is everyone up in arms over Kendrick Lamar being picked? Is it because it's Kendrick Lamar? If it was somebody else, like, would people be up in arms if it was somebody else?
I don't think so. And, you know, just to add a little bit more context to what you're saying, this whole thing started off with Master P, you know what I'm saying, calling Jay-Z out. And then all of a sudden, Nicki Minaj and then Birdman. Like
she was unhinged, bruh. She was so unhinged.
Twitter fingers was going crazy.
Yes. She was unhinged, bruh. It was worrisome the way she was unhinged on Twitter. It's like, bruh, really? Like, you 40 plus years old, you up here, and Birdman, like, what? Bro, it was wild. Juvenile leaving messages. It's crazy. I just don't get it. I just don't get the outrage why people are so mad. And I mean, hell, people weren't even this. And we can speak on this because we here in Atlanta. People were mad, but they wasn't up arms like this when Maroon 5 performed in Atlanta for Super Bowl. Like,
they didn't like Maroon 5, but yeah.
Right, but it wasn't this level, bro. It was not this level of anger. Like, yeah, people was like, damn, you couldn't get Outkast, damn, you couldn't get such and such. That was it. Like, yeah. Jermaine Dupri wasn't out here making videos, at least from what I remember. I could be wrong. Someone correct me, please. But I don't remember Jermaine Dupri and all these Gucci Mane and Future and all them making videos talking about some, you know, why you got this artist performing Maroon 5, like, and I think that was before Jay-Z took over. I think Jay-Z took over after the Maroon 5.
After that, that's what led to it. Part of the reason why.
So I don't know if it's kind of like a Jay-Z, you know better than this. It's in your hands. How come you're not putting it's so much layers to this. Go ahead, Rod. I'm sorry. You was about to say something.
I mean, I just want to start off just saying, like, I think it's ridiculous. I mean, Kendrick is the biggest MC out right now. It makes the most sense for him to be the artist performing if it's going to be a rap act. So it just makes sense. I mean, he's literally the biggest thing out. It makes the most sense right now. Now, is the timing a little messed up? One could say, because the only thing is that because what people are saying is because it's Jay-Z, even though it's been there 10 times already and all that in New Orleans.
In 2013 and 2002, it's been
and all I'm saying is probably, I think what I see people saying, well, it wasn't Jay-Z in charge in those times, but now he is, so now he should know better. So I seen that argument, which is it's kind of fair or whatever, but it's still ridiculous. The other thing I think is happening, Louisiana just keeps seeming to get shitted on. I think they're starting to get really upset because I want to say that Essence Fest or whatever, that it was like a anniversary or something, and they thought and they didn't have like a lot of big New Orleans artists on the stage or something like that. They were saying. And that just happened. Then you had the 50 Cent thing that just happened in Louisiana, so they was mad about that. So I think.
So you think it's building up? This has been building up. I think
it's built up tension. One, and I think because come on, y'all, like Wayne hasn't made a hit record in I don't know how long. Like he's had features here that nobody probably listens to, but people that are really into hip hop. And I don't even remember when his last big radio hit was. Now, that's not to say like because he doesn't have a current radio hit that he shouldn't do it. And he could just go off of the old records. But it just, man, like it just, I don't know. It just don't make sense. I don't understand all the uproar, and it makes me think like, is this kind of people just really don't like Kendrick right now?
That could be too. That could be it too.
I don't know if they don't like Kendrick. That's a whole nother conversation for another day. But
because there's a lot of Drake fans out there that just really bombarding everything Kendrick does or anything that has to do with Kendrick. So I can see them like stirring up the pot.
And we see Rory and Maul in particular talking about, oh, you know, Drake turned it down. So why was that never public knowledge? Like,
damage control.
A thing that now Kendrick accepted it.
And why bring it up now?
That's that.
Right. The timing of it is very sketchy. Very sketchy.
And then the other argument that I've seen people say is that, and I don't necessarily agree with this, but I definitely think it's an argument, is Wayne is the bigger artist in between the two, like career-wise. And I sat down and I thought about that, and I'm like, Wayne's run with the mixtapes and all of that was crazy. You know what I'm saying? And he was, quote unquote, the best rapper alive for a time period. But the best rapper alive right now is Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? Right. And if we compare the careers, I would say they're relatively even. I can't say that Wayne is way beyond Kendrick, and I can't say Kendrick is way beyond Wayne. I think Kendrick still has a lot more to go, but what he's done in the right now is the reason why he's got chosen.
Yeah, the time has passed for Lil Wayne, unfortunately. I mean, it was a time where it could have been him, but I just think that moment's passed, and this is just really ridiculous. Like shout out to Wayne. Wayne has done amazing stuff in hip hop, and he is an icon and all that. But it's been past. Like it's not. The time is not now. It's not now. It's kind of like how as big as Kanye is, if it was in Chicago or whatever, the time wouldn't be now. Like it wouldn't be now for Kanye, because no matter how big his career is, he's just not in a place to perform Super Bowl.
Well, I want to give some information because there are a couple of artists out there, and even when we were doing the live Sunday, while there have been articles about how the process goes, no one really gave a damn. So I want to outline how the process goes. So there are two articles. One Kyle sent, which was from the Charlotte Observer. This one is from NPR.org. But after we got off live, I was curious, like, how does the process even work? Did this happen before the beef or after the beef? Like, what was the deal? I still don't have insight into that. But what I can say is, based on reporting, is that the NFL has various boards for that works for them. And someone who's on the board, of course, is Jay-Z. And everybody on the board has to agree. And so the host city brings a short list of performers to the board. The board agrees and brings it back to the host city saying, we select this artist. What we don't know is who was on the list that was brought to the board, and out of that, and if Lil Wayne was on the list. I think that is one of the most important things that we need to know, and if somebody can find out, that would be dope. Because if Lil Wayne was never on the list, the outrage is really directed at the wrong person. Now, what one could say is that Jay-Z specifically being on the board could in turn recommend Lil Wayne be recommended as a performer, and then they make their selection and then take it back to the whole city. But at that point, the whole city would have to agree. Mm-hmm. So they basically went with Kendrick Lamar because of things that you guys are saying, like his standing right now in America, his popularity, his artistry, his connection that was reaffirmed even stronger with Black Americans or Black people has increased. So he's the one that people want to see. There have been plenty of videos circulating online about Wayne's lyrical content. There was one somebody said, "Thank you, Jay-Z," and all it was a clip of Lil Wayne saying, "My bitches love me," over and over again. So I thought that was interesting. But, you know, I think with Nicki Minaj, it's interesting, and I said this in our Dead in Sports chat.
Calling Jay a coon?
Yeah. She's only saying this because Lil Wayne was not picked. Now, of course, it's obvious to say that if Wayne was picked, they would have a completely different viewpoint. But all this stuff about, you know, the resistance and protesting and trying to tie in all of the stuff with Kaepernick, et cetera, all of that stuff is relevant now because they were not selected. As soon as if Lil Wayne was picked and Young Money was going to be on that, none of those tweets would have came out.
Nope.
At all. And need I remind everybody, and this popped up on Twitter as well, Lil Wayne is on record of completely shitting on the Black Lives Matter movement when it was in his peak. Right. I don't know if y'all remember that interview he did. That shit has been circulating around. So how in the hell are you going to sit here and try to attach, you know, Black Power this, Black Power that to this selection process and Kendrick Lamar's acceptance of it to Lil Wayne when he himself turned his back on Black people by his own words and his mission by saying that because he's a Black man and people like him and white people like him, then that's a sign that racism or whatever he said doesn't exist. It makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah, it sucks, man. It sucks that they're kind of still in this moment away from Kendrick. I just hate that it's like that. Like, and then I think another reason why Nicki Minaj might be just in her feelings about it because, you know, Jay's alliance with Megan Thee Stallion and all these other people, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think all of these people just have something against Jay. Like, it's wild, man. It's really wild. Like, I don't know. And it just sucks. It's just pull yourself away from it for a moment and just realize, like, dude is the biggest artist right now. He just is. If it was anyone else, like, I could see them being mad about someone else, but not Kendrick. Like, y'all mad that Kendrick's going to perform the Super Bowl? Like, what are we doing?
Right, and just some of the boards, the officials, the NFL Director of Entertainment, folks from the NFL Production Company, and the Halftime Show Director and producer, and of course, Jay-Z. But I think you're right, and I think just seeing the outrage, I think a lot of people are really exposing their true feelings about Jay-Z.
I wonder if it was Drake, if they would have the same
right. Would they be like, oh man, how can you ain't go put no New Orleans artists on there?
I wonder if it was Drake, if they'll feel the same way.
Well, probably not because of Drake, because they would probably think that Drake is definitely going to bring out Nicki and Wayne and all them.
But even if he did, he's not the headline. You feel what I'm saying? Like Lil Wayne still wouldn't be the headline. Even if, because who says that Kendrick can't bring out? You see what I'm saying? Who says that Kendrick can't bring out
Wayne?
Wayne. We already kind of said that when we talked about the announcement or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, would it still be this outrage if it was like Drake, somebody that they know or familiar with or they're cool with, or Nicki Minaj or whatever, right? Like, sure. Either one of those artists more than likely would bring Wayne out, but Wayne still would be a co-act. He wouldn't be the opening headline.
Right.
Because that's what they're essentially mad about right now.
Yeah, I think that's dope that Kendrick this is kind of historic because he's the first hip hop artist to solo act headline the Super Bowl. Like, I think that's That's pretty dope. So, you know, Dre had everybody with him, so it wasn't a solo thing, but
right.
It's dope that he's the first artist, the first rap artist to do that. I think that's dope. So just real quick, I'm just going to do a real quick list of the cities that took place Super Bowls and the artists that performed. So, of course, you know, this year was Usher in Las Vegas. Last year was in Glensdale, Arizona, Rihanna. Only one, this was right here, of course, Inglewood, California, Dr. Dre, Snoop, M, Mary J, and Kendrick Lamar. The Weeknd, Tampa, Florida, when Super Bowl was in Tampa. Miami, Jennifer Lopez, Shakira. Atlanta, Maroon 5. Minnesota, Justin Timberlake. You know, Houston, Lady Gaga. Like, come on, Coldplay in California. Katy Perry in Glensdale, Arizona. Bruno Mars in New Jersey. Like Beyonce in New Orleans. Like in 2013. Like Madonna in Indianapolis. Like, come on, y'all. Like this has been happening for years, and I'm just naming a few. I ain't even going down the full line, but come on, y'all being ridiculous.
Yeah, and I want to add to that, B, and then I'm gonna follow that up with a question. So let me give you guys also, B, since we dropping some facts on them. Let me give them 8 artists that have reportedly turned down the Super Bowl. So we have Adele in 2016. Okay. We have Taylor Swift turned it down as well. Rihanna, I think we remember that one when it dropped. That was in 2019, and that was in support of Colin Kaepernick at that time. Cardi B turned it down as well. We have Dolly Parton turned it down, which is crazy. Jay-Z turned it down.
I remember that
as well.
Because he was in support too, right? Yeah, he was in support. He didn't want to do the Super Bowl and all that. Yeah.
Yep. And we have Pink in 2018 said that she turned it down. And Metallica is another one that reportedly turned it down. I think they're saying in 2016 or something like that. But anyway, those are the artists. What name was missing from that, though, was, of course, Drake. Drake's name was nowhere to be found. And I would like to believe with Maul saying something like that, I just feel like if that happened, we would have caught wind of it. That news would have gotten out somehow, some way. So I would love for them to provide some receipts. Exactly. Yep. Yeah,
Drake would have said that in a rap song. He would have absolutely said he turned down the Super Bowl in a rap song.
Good point.
And why would you say biggest the Super Bowl?
Right.
Yeah.
Like if I don't know, man. Like that I don't even.
Math ain't math, bro.
Maul's he's struggling right now, ain't he?
Unit.
Yeah.
Mr. Glaze unit right there, boy.
All over Drake. All over because of Drake.
The hilarious part when the clip was circulating was when he said it, you could immediately tell that no one believed him. But
it was
they
crazy.
didn't. Because they were just like, what? Huh? Well, why? They just asked questions. And he didn't really have a clear answer. But it was like, nah, bro. But they didn't want to be like, they didn't want to call him a liar. But you could tell they were like, huh? Where the hell that come from?
Yeah, like, the timing was.
Yeah. So, Jay Electronica, he had a whole tweet storm about it.
Talking about Birdman.
Wait, what did he say?
Yeah, he like Birdman got all his energy for Jay, but like why Jimmy Iovine, and he named somebody else. He named a couple of, like
he named a bunch of white execs.
White execs. Yeah.
I'm telling you, bro. Like that, it's crazy, bro. How we be attacking each other.
I didn't.
That was really wild.
And that was one thing that he said too, because he said that if it was the other way around and the same thing would happen, he would feel the same way. So it's not about who was picked; it's about the attention and where it's focused. Is kind of the summation of what I got from what he was saying. But I did not expect when we got off that Young Money would spiral out of control like this. And
I didn't either, bro.
It was so unexpected. Like New Orleans they are flipping out. You know, Master P, all them, bro. Like it's like, bro, y'all need to cool off, bro, because you may also be ruining a chance to be a part of the show. Like, I think it would be dope as hell if Master P came out there in No Limit, bro.
Man, how dope would that be?
Mm-hmm. But how do you tie it in though? Because Master P is calling for for Kendrick to bring out Wayne, for Kendrick to bring out some New Orleans artists. Obviously, I see how Wayne ties in because they have a collab. But how does Master P? So you just gonna bring Master P just cause? Like, there's no tie. Right. Like, when they did the LA thing, even 50 Cent was tied to Eminem. Eminem was tied to Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre is tied to Snoop. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that came up there on stage, outside of Mary J. Mary J was kind of like, okay, well, I don't really get it. But everybody else was there's a connection there, like a strong musical connection. So I don't know how you tie in Master P and some of these other New Orleans artists.
Mary J got a connection with Dr. Dre. He produced hits for her.
Yeah.
I don't know, Feefo. I'm just saying that it would be dope. So, like, if they just had like a New Orleans, like, quick 1-2 minute medley or something like that, you know, what if he had, man, I'm gonna make it even rough for you, like No Limit and Cash Money out there doing like some of their biggest hits, bro. People would go crazy, bro. I think. Yeah. I don't know. That's what I think.
But it just takes away from Kendrick, because Kendrick is the headliner. Like,
but he's showing love to the city, is what I'm saying, though.
But what other headliner has done that? You named everybody that has performed. Nobody's done that.
Kendrick can make history, then be the first one to do it. What's wrong with that?
But it takes away from Kendrick.
It would not take away from Kendrick.
I don't think it will. Like, if he did like a New Orleans tribute real quick one time, because they're in New Orleans, it makes sense. And if anybody could do it, it would be Kendrick. Kendrick would be able to put something like that together and tie it in. I think he could do it. But I just don't like it. I don't like it because they crying about it right now. This would have been such a bigger moment if they wasn't crying about it. Like, if Kendrick actually put something together, and you know what I'm saying, and nobody ever said anything, and then boom, like, oh man, that's dope. But now you're putting it. Now it's like, oh well, he probably felt forced to do it if it happens. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's what I don't like about this whole thing. Y'all didn't even give the man an opportunity to try to create a show that could pay homage to New Orleans or whatever, or Lil Wayne or the city or whatnot. So it's just, I just hate that it's happening. You know, it's just real. It's sad. It's like, yo, because if this is I'm just trying to figure, if this is somebody else, I just don't think they'll be doing it.
Bro, I didn't know that they had so many people kind of had issues with Jay-Z like that. That was really a takeaway.
Bro, it's so many, man. Well, yeah, Birdman always had an issue. We know that. I've never. Yeah, man. It's always an issue.
And this is the other crazy part, right? Like with Jay and Wayne. Jay and Wayne were seen together not too long ago. I think they were at some type of DJ Khaled event or something like that. Little Baby was there as well. So, you know, you can find it on social media. Like Jay and Wayne was kind of like shoulder to shoulder. I honestly don't feel, because I haven't seen Wayne say anything, right?
I don't think so. That's what's crazy about this whole thing. Wayne hasn't
Wayne's
even
been quiet. He probably don't even know. Wayne don't probably even know what's going on.
Wayne probably don't want to do the show at this point.
I don't think Wayne has an issue with Kendrick Lamar doing it. I think everybody has an issue for Wayne not getting the nod. But again, you know, there's two sides on the internet right now. I've seen people post, you know, recent Wayne performances, and I'm like, oh, like I don't know what
WrestleMania.
Yes, a milli, bro, a milli. That's like arguably top 3 biggest Wayne songs, and he came out. He didn't even know half the word, and it was bad. Like, you can't do the Super Bowl like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like the Super Bowl, like I said before, it's the biggest viewed event in American TV. Like, if you're going to have a hip-hop forget a hip-hop artist. If you have any artist, they have to be at the top of their game. Like, Usher was at the top of his game because he was performing for a whole year, 2 years, 3 years in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was conditioned to do what he did. Kendrick, we know, is at that level right now. Wayne is not at that point. Can Wayne come out and do maybe a song or two? Maybe, I don't know. But seeing how he did a milli, I'm like, nah, bro. Like it's not good business. I think Jay-Z made the right business decision, and that's the reason why he's there.
For sure, even outside of hip hop, right? Kendrick's big in every capacity. Like, talking about pop star, whatever you want to say. Kendrick has his name is in everyone's mouth right now. Yeah. It's just the best move, and he didn't turn it down. You see what I'm saying? Like, he accepted the deal.
Well, we were talking about it originally, just us reacting to the situation, and we talked about Usher. I looked at Usher's IG, and Usher has like 13.1 million followers. Then I went to Kendrick. Kendrick has 16. So I don't know if that's because of, all of the recent things that has happened, transpired with him going against Drake or whatever. I don't know. But he's bigger than Usher, like on social media. That's huge.
No, I mean, it's no question, man. It is the right pick. Wayne is not the right pick. He's just not. Sure, it's in New Orleans. Man. Whatever.
You fucking lost. You fucking lost.
Sure, it's in New Orleans, but it don't matter because he's not the right pick. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that it's in New Orleans. He's not the right pick for this. He's just not. The only other rap artist that would have been the right pick is a Drake before this whole beef. Drake is super huge. He's huge. Like he's bigger than Wayne right now.
Yeah, and Drake is like but the allegations are rough. So, and that damaged his public viewing because of the PDF allegations.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying he could. Now I'm saying before this. If none of this would have never happened, Drake would have been a good pick for a headliner.
Because that's how you tie in Lil Wayne. Like that's how you bring Cash Money, Young Money. That's how that's the entry point. You know what I'm saying? Right. So 100%. But we got it.
So it's Drake's fault.
We got to use back.
He should have won.
Yeah, and I don't know if this is. Yeah, he definitely should have won. I don't know if this is payback, as Cameron was hinting to Lil Wayne about their little beef.
Why? So what happened? What happened with them? I don't know what happened with. What's the beef?
Well, apparently, I saw that whatever this beef is he was referring to, it was squashed around 2022 or something like that. And Roger said that they were just hanging out together. So I don't know how this would be payback if they were just rubbing shoulders together at something. So I don't know what Cameron is talking about, but he has inside knowledge on something that he was alleging in his clip. So, but I don't know, man. Either way it go, this has been wild.
This is the other thing that we know about Jay-Z and Lil Wayne's relationship. Jay has shown nothing but love to Lil Wayne. Right. And Cash Money wasn't paying him the writer type money. Who was trying to sign him? When Wayne was dealing with tax issues, who's the one that paid the tax issues and then got the lawyer to handle the rest of it for Wayne? That was Jay. Like Jay has always embraced Lil Wayne. So to me, this is not a rivalry thing. Like I said at the foundation of it, it's the right business move. Jay has a job to do. And Jay did it to the best of his ability. And I think that Jay has been spot on. What is it? 3 Super Bowls now that he's been a part of the picking, the nomination or whatever. He's done a pretty damn good job. I can't complain with the people that he selected. Usher was a good pick. Kendrick is obviously a good pick. And then who was before that? Was it Beyonce?
Well, you had the Dre stuff. Yeah, the Compton thing.
Yeah. So nah, bro. Jay has done a good job in this role, and I think everybody question. Look, if you want to say that Lil Wayne should be incorporated, I think that's a fair statement. But to be outraged that Wayne isn't the headliner, crazy as hell.
And for the record, as we close out, Lil Wayne and Jay-Z definitely had a little sparring match. Especially when Wayne was coming up. I mean, he went and said he said he was a better rapper than Jay-Z, and Lil Wayne had to apologize for it. Yeah, but you said they've always shown love to one another. I just you know how I can get, bro. So I just want to put that little part out there. People can go do their own research to see what the details are, but that was it. Comment section go crazy, bro.
Yeah, everybody go crazy.
They do go crazy. There's a conversation after the conversation. Look, I want to know in the comment section, is it right to be outraged on Lil Wayne's behalf and any other New Orleans artist's behalf? Is this not the right business move? If you were in this position, would you not select Kendrick Lamar as well? Let us know.